So there is a previous video that I will be uploading, probably not today because I still want to get down everything I have like far as like my evidence and the statistical facts that I need in order to back up my claim. But this particular video is going to be me coming on here and being completely vulnerable, okay? I want to talk about how I feel like I am the total outcast as well as the black sheep in my family. And the reason I want to talk about this is because one thing about me is that, you know, I'm not, if you or anybody, first before I start this video, I want to say this. I'm going to say things that probably a lot of people might not agree with. I may say things that, I don't know, it might reach you. I don't want to, just disclaimer, just to put that out there. This is not to shun anybody or to talk bad on anyone, but this is simply me just taking the time to get my own emotions out, because I have a lot of thoughts that run through my mind on a consistent basis to the point where I need to just get it all out, whether that's through music or whether that's just simply through posting. And this is my own personal therapy and healing. So I've been really thinking about like my life and how I grew up and the things that I went through regarding a lot of trauma that I had experienced. And for people who are my OG subscribers, you already know. I want to honestly say that I want to put this out here and say that yes, at a time I did believe that my parents failed me. Because when I came into the world, I looked up to them to provide me with the safety and the love and the emotional, spiritual, and mental support. And even, you know, even physically as a baby, of course, you know, I needed my needs to be met. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not still healing, because those are still parts of me. Like when I get triggered about certain situations, when I'm going through something, or when someone does something that hurts me, makes me think back to the time in my life of my childhood. Now, and I will say that during that time, so many people would say, like my uncle, one of my uncles told me, why are you putting this out here on social media? First off, I don't give a fuck, okay? Let's just get that out the way. Excuse my language, but I do not care about anybody else's opinion, because this is my life. And if I want to put out my story and if I want to tell it, I'm choosing to tell my story. Not for sympathy. I'm doing it to help others, and I'm doing it to heal myself. I look back at everything that I've gone through, and when it came to not just only the fact of being abused, but knowing that my first bully was my dad. Being able to admit that, being able to come to terms that your dad was your first bully, your parent. Being able to come to terms that there were certain things that you didn't receive when you were a child. And because of those things, you held on and harbored so many emotions and negative feelings of yourself, and you weren't able to detach. So you attached yourself to other people. You searched for love outside of you, and you felt as if though you weren't enough, because that's what you were being told all your life, that you were stupid and that you were dumb and you wouldn't amount to anything, that you couldn't get as far. And even still then, that you had to start from scratch. Even still then, that you had to go back. People are still going to make you out to be a negative topic in their story. People are still going to make you out to be the gossip in the hotline of how bad you're doing and talk about you, because truly, they don't really care enough, or they don't really want to see you do good. And even when you do good, then they want to tell you, I knew that you were going to do that. I proved to myself that I could get approved for an apartment. I proved to myself that I could get the job that I wanted to, that I could actually sustain a job for the long time that I sustained it for. I proved to myself that I can do anything I put my mind to by going to college and actually majoring in Psychology 101. I proved to myself that I can actually pass my classes when I was in Job Corps and not only finish At a 47%, I was at 47% in my trade for medical assistant. And I proved to myself that I could finish that course. I proved to myself that I can excel and do better things. Now, yes, in my last video, I was talking about how I had to start from scratch. I'm not embarrassed because it's not like I'm sitting on my ass and I'm not doing anything. I've been applying to jobs. I've been looking for jobs. I've been finding jobs more locally. And I can honestly say that I'm proud of myself, and I know that God has me, and I know that I'm going to get a job. I'm going to be working 2 jobs. I'm going to tell y'all that right now because I just like to stay busy. But in the meantime, what I've been really doing is sitting down and actually getting to know myself a lot more. And what I mean by that is being able to look in and focus more on why I have navigated the way I have through life, right? And that's why I wanted to come on this platform, and I wanted to share my story once more for people who don't know me or people who do come across my video and see this. Once again, this is not for sympathy. This is my own personal healing. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for subscribers. I've already lost subscribers, and that's totally fine because I'm okay with that. This is for my own personal gain, but more so this is my personal platform where I can actually come on here and actually just be truly authentic with myself, right? And so over the years, the things that I had gone through made me see myself in a very negative light. And this is not to make any excuses for where I'm at, because absolutely not. I hold myself accountable for where I'm at because of the decisions that I chose to make and how I wasn't fully prepared in order to move forward. But even still then, everything happens for a reason. Because I could be in a worse situation, but I'm not. I'm actually in an okay situation, which was way better than what I was 5 years ago, which was way better than where I was back in 2021, 2022. So I can honestly say that I will say that, you know what, Alize, you did that. And the reason I wanted to come on here and share this is because I wanted you, the viewer who's either watching this or somebody who's going through a similar situation, I want you to truly sit down with yourself and not worry about the circumstances at hand, but look at how far you've come. Look at how God has continued to bless you. Look at how God has continued to put his hand over your life and to guard you because you are divinely protected. And I have to tell myself this all the time. I do. Because there are a lot of people who have betrayed me. A lot of people. And I will share those stories. There are a lot of individuals who have betrayed me. And there are a lot of individuals who still talk down on me till this day. I am both a good topic and negative topic in a lot of people's lives. Believe both. Because some people may have to had experience the negative me, the mean me, the angry me. And some people got to experience the better version of me. It depends on what you triggered. But I say all that to say this. Although I went through those things in my life, although I had to face the physical abuse, the verbal abuse, although I had to, I came to a point, because I want to say this on a side note, I plan on getting a psychiatric evaluation, but even though I faced and went through those things, it never truly broke me. It actually changed my perception, and it showed me a new way. So I no longer am looking for the validation out of other people. I'm no longer seeking the love that I didn't receive because I am giving that back to myself. And the reason I said I feel like an outcast and the black sheep in my family is because I'm not connected with my family. There's probably 2 people that I actually talk to that I will not name. But that's only because the people in my family have shown me over and over again why I cannot trust them. Why I cannot actually truly connect with them, because they will always constantly make me out to be a bad person, or they will make me out to be somebody who procrastinates or is lazy. which I have procrastinated multiple times in my past, of course. And people are always going to shame me and say that I'm not doing anything with my life. But that is not true, because you do not live with me and you do not know what I do behind closed doors. So for those people who think that, those people who talk down on me, those people who continue to demonize me and continue to put me in a place of not a low category, of just because I don't have my place yet. First off, I did have my place, okay? I was approved for an apartment. I did my shit, okay? My credit is good, okay? Okay? So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that now. Yeah, I may not have my car just yet, but baby, one thing I'm going to tell you right now, never underestimate me. People always have tried to underestimate me, but you can never underestimate who I am. You can never tell me who I am and where my life is headed. You can't stop me from achieving the goals that I want to achieve. You don't know, nobody knows what I'm doing behind closed doors, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. I might come on here and tell you guys, of course, when I get my job. Hell yeah, I'll tell you guys that, absolutely. But anything else that has to do with my life, no. Because it's nobody's concern, it's nobody's business. And even if I fail, I'm still going to get back up and I'm still going to try again, regardless of what you say or how you feel about me. This isn't to say anything negative about my family, but this is simply to say that thank you for your negativity. Thank you, Dad, for you not being there for me. Thank you for abusing me. Thank you, Mom, for neglecting me, because you made me stronger. You didn't dim my light. I'm still here. And you know what? I do have my own family. I have God. I have my ancestors. I have my spirit guides, my angels. I'm divinely protected. So this isn't to say F you. This is to say thank you. And for anybody else that watches this video, I want you to really take in consideration what I'm saying. Don't say F them. Don't hold a grudge against them. Don't hate them. Keep doing everything that you need to do to prove to yourself that you can get to where you want to be. And just because you had to start from scratch doesn't make you less than, doesn't determine where you're going to be in the next few years. It doesn't. We all make mistakes. We all have setbacks. People say, oh, you've had the setback, you've done this. But you know what? Throughout that, I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe that place wasn't for me. Maybe the job I had wasn't for me. It was too many situations that were going on that I would not disclose. But I know one thing is that God has a better plan and something better in store. So in my next video, I am going to be basically talking about, before I end it, is reconstructing and rewiring my brain, because I took an IQ test. And I won't say what my IQ was. I mean, I asked Gemini, it said it was above average. It was pretty good. I mean, hey, but at the same time, when I did take my IQ test a few years ago, it was very, very low. So this time, over the years, I do have a lot of knowledge, but in some areas I lack common sense. But I will talk later about that, and I will definitely show you guys. And if you guys want to take your IQ test, I'll put the link in the bio. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here, and I will definitely upload that video, or I want to, break it down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, peace.